All right. EK Black Krishna from manforwars.com here on Tuesday, May 14th, 2019. That's southwest, and I'm on the northeast corner, but that's southwest at Yonge College. And you can see here at 5:08 p.m. on Tuesday, May 14th, the biggest problem Canadians have is forcing people to see you look ugly until they don't like you, or they make you force you to see them look ugly, and then when you don't like each other, you can't do anything. You run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly like a poor mentally ill homeless person that can't stop. You see? This is the biggest problem Canadians have. Right? Oh, don't say anything. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. No, don't say anything. Oh, no, it sucks. What's happening to people? No. I just get worked up and force people to see me look ugly. And then all they can do is force me to see them look ugly. Then when we don't like each other, we run away and force other people to see us look ugly. That's the biggest problem Canadians have. See? It likes being ignored too. Lying bitches begging to be broken. That's what most people don't understand. Most people are like, well, it's worked up, forced me to see it look ugly, so I'll get worked up and force it to see me look ugly. And then we'll run away from each other and force other people to see us look ugly. What are you going to do? That's life. That's just the way things are. People get worked up, force you to see them look ugly. So you get worked up, force them to see you look ugly. And then you run away from each other and force other people to see you look ugly. Right? You're worked up, put up with you, see you look ugly, sketchy. Look a bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady. Not like a man or a woman or a child doesn't get worked up and force you to put up with them, look at them. You're just a bored, bitchy, ugly old lady. You know, just wandering around, bored, bitchy, ugly old lady, bother people. Right? That's the biggest problem Canadians have. Right? You see, this is what people do to each other. If you don't like being forced to see people look ugly, they love trying to force you to see them look ugly until you don't like them, and you force them to see you look ugly back. They love it so much. They get off on it. Like, oh, such a miserable, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady who hates everybody. Oh, turns me on so much to get worked up, force people to see me look ugly, put up with me. Oh, it's the best. Right? That's why at manforwars.com, I've got the last couple years on video and proof, lying bitches begging to be broken, like being ignored even more. They run up, they try and force you to see them look ugly, they're happy you didn't see them look ugly or bother them, and they run away. Or they're happy if you shit on them. Right? Ah, you're such a miserable bitch. Yes I am, right? Lying bitches begging to be broken. Fuck you, loser. Thank you, soldier. I needed that. A 6'5", 225-pound guy who's acting like an ugly bitch. Thank goodness you ignored me. I hope it helps. That's what they do. And if men make other men and women and children put up with and act like them, then that's all you'll get. Whereas if men make sure nobody does, then you won't see it. Maybe the odd time in your own relationship here and there, but that's just random, stupid. They hope they don't get in trouble. Ignore it, they stop. That's about it. Otherwise, men are you know, lying, bitchy men they just take over. They're just like, fuck this. Everyone's forced to see me look ugly. Spaz out. Yeah. And everyone's like, all right, I guess that's what we do. I can't just look at you, force me to see you look ugly, so I have to force you to see me look ugly back. And then when we run away from each other, we'll just force other people to see us look ugly. And that's what happens. You see? You see how excited it is to try and force people to see it look ugly? It's a lifestyle. It's zombie life. It's a lifestyle choice. Right? I love bothering people who don't like it till they don't like me. Ah, yeah. And then I wander around like a lonely, sketchy, crazy person bothering everybody. Ah, it's the best. You see? Biggest problem people have. This is why people suck. Otherwise, that guy doesn't suck. Unless he's your pretend bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, then of course he sucks. That girl doesn't suck. Unless she's your pretend bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, worked up, forced you to put up with her, then of course she sucks. Well, that's why that kid sucks. Why? That's a bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, forced you to put up with it. That's why it sucks. Otherwise, people don't suck. But they love trying to force people to see them look ugly who don't like it till you don't like them. And then, that's all they can do. They can't respect people. People can't respect them. Can't look at, talk to people. They just get worked up and force you to put up with them and see them look ugly. That's all they care about. Again, this is not about me, BK Black Krishna from manforwars.com. This is about what people do to each other. This is practiced. That's what I'm saying. This is practice. You'd be like, ah, you're weird, you're a jerk. Yeah, fine. Why are you doing that? That's fine. Yeah, sure. I don't care. But why are you doing that? That's the point. Right? This is what people do to each other. This is why they wander around and force strangers to see them look ugly. Because when you do this with your kids and your family and your friends and your coworkers until you don't like each other, then, like zombies, you just run around trying to find anybody who's less of a mess to force to see you look ugly. And that's why people are permanently acting like zombies. Because it's not safe to act like a human. You know, you try walking at a normal pace. Or you try relaxing and feeling happy. You try walking normal, relaxing, being in a good mood, trying to be nice to people, looking, talking, feeling good. Zombies who wander around, force people to see them look ugly if you don't like them, will attack you and try to turn you into a zombie. You can't look at it, it's forcing you to see it look ugly. You can't talk to it, it doesn't respect you. All you can do is force it to see you look ugly back until you turn into a zombie. Right? So that's the biggest problem that Canadians have today. You see how excited it is to force people to see it look ugly? And you see how excited it is? I'm going like this, holding this, you know. You see how it likes being ignored? I'm basically going like this, you know, if you want to see the thing in front of my face, keep your self-respect. Don't use yours, take anyone else's. The manforwars.com side, if people want some help or want to help me or help themselves, you know, or just politely ignore it inside, turn it around, so not advertising in places I'm not supposed to. And that's it. I used to just use a newspaper, but it just gets so bad when you've got like, okay, so there might be 50 people at that light. Out of 50 random Canadians there, how many do you think are getting worked up and forcing strangers to see it look ugly? At this point, it's probably all 50. So it's that bad. You know? It's not like a few years ago, you just get, you know, one guy acting like a bitchy, sketchy, ugly girl, sexually harassing other guys, and when they wouldn't look at each other enough, jealously harassing girls and kids, trying to trick or force other guys to look at them like they're an actual girl. Not gay or trans or taking being a girl seriously by trying to dress like one or act like one. They just want to force people to look at them, that's all, like a bitchy, sketchy, ugly one. They're not even trying to look like one, not even trying to be good at it. Not dropping that train like it's NASCAR. That's, hey, put up with me, ugly girl spazzing out. You're like, dude, you're not even trying. Oh yeah? I'll follow this girl around and trick some idiot guy into looking at me like I'm a real one. Ha ha ha. And then the guys break each other, break the girls and kids. The girls and kids break the guys back, and now here we are. Right? So this is what that is. And all they care about in life is force people to see them look ugly. Because they can't respect people, people can't respect them, can't look at, talk to people. Even if you do, you don't really trust each other, you're not really paying attention to each other. So that's why the only priority is how can I spend all day and night force people to see me look ugly until they don't like me, and getting them to force me to see them look ugly back, which I don't like. Nobody likes it. That's why it's hard to force people to see you look ugly. But what else can you do with them? That's how more make more and make more. You see? Whereas if people ignore people they know until they calm down, you respect each other, then you can talk to each other. You can help each other out. If you got something on your mind, you don't just get worked up and act like a sketchy, bitchy, ugly old lady and bust someone's balls when everyone's quiet and uncomfortable. You respect each other. You can talk about what's on someone's mind, and you can help each other fix it. Like, what is it? Oh, I think I'm going through this or that or whatever. You guys, oh, no, we respect each other. No problem. I'm grown up too. Can help each other. Now it's like, put up with me, bitchy, sketchy, lying, ugly mess, bothering you. Okay, me too. I'm one too. Bothering you back. Yeah, no problem. And then that's it. Even if this creature's whole family died in a car accident, if all it wants to do is force you to see it look ugly if you don't like it, are you going to talk about it? Are you going to help them out? No. And what is it going to do? It's going to be like, fine, I can't be nice to people. They can't be nice to me. Can't look at, talk to people, respect each other. All right. Lying, bitchy, sketchy zombie all day, all night, baby. Go near people, spaz out, force them to put up with you, see you look ugly, run away. Go near people, spaz out, force them to see you look ugly, run away. All day, baby. All day. And that's the biggest problem Canadians have. Otherwise, Canadians super nice, super friendly. A lot of times they realize you don't want to force them to see you look ugly, and you're not paying attention to people bothering people, force people to see them look ugly. And they're like, it's safe to be nice to you? Are you serious? Dude, you're kind of weird. You're a goofy brown guy, you get your shades on, your toque, you're holding up a newspaper to avoid that idiot bothering people, you're holding up a plastic thing to avoid that idiot bothering people. But as long as you're not into bothering people or being bothered, it's safe to be nice to you. And then bitchy, sketchy zombies get worked up. Me, force you to see me look ugly. That's what I do to nice people. I love forcing nice people to see me look ugly until they have to force me to see them look ugly. I love it, I love it, I love it. Right? But if you ignore that, and the person you're dealing with is comfortable with you ignoring that, and they're not, you know, being bothered that much, then you're super nice. People are super nice. Guys straight up, cool. Girls nice. Kids cute. It's great. Once they realize you just want to force them to see you look ugly, and they have to force you to see them look ugly, well, then it's over. And that's the biggest problem Canadians face. Is if anybody's nice, smart, helpful, good-looking, happy, confident, looks, talks, and feels great, some lying, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady zombie is going to attack you and make everyone quiet and uncomfortable, and it's going to try and force you to see it look ugly until you force it to see you look ugly. And then you turn into one. And then you can't get along with people, you run around forced to see you look ugly. That's the biggest problem Canadians have. See? It just goes near people and forces people to see it look ugly and runs away. See how it loves trying to force people to see it look ugly? You don't like it, so you don't like them? You see? That's why it's forcing strangers to see it look ugly. Because it did that with kids, family, friends, co-workers. It did that with them, they did that with it. Now that's all it cares about. It's not like some embarrassing, dirty little secret like it was a few years ago. Guys, not trying to be good at being girls, not trying to be good at being gay or trans or anything. I was like, hey, I'm a rude, ugly girl, put up with me. Oh, I'm a rude, ugly girl, put up with me, it's fun. I got nothing to say, nothing to do, not going to bother you, just force you to look at me, rude, ugly girl. It's not a big, dirty secret anymore, that was years ago. Now it's just everybody make everybody do that, so nobody feels bad. I mean, everybody feels bad all the time, but so nobody feels bad that people aren't doing that, or they're doing that and other people aren't. Because they're embarrassed, they lie, they argue, they just keep trying to force people to see them look ugly until you don't like them, and then they just wander around doing that all day and all night. Right? That's the biggest problem Canadians have. Otherwise, super nice. See? Now, it loves forcing people to see it look ugly, but it loves being ignored even more. It just gets off. It's like, oh, I'm such an ugly bitch. Oh, such an ugly bitch, always making everyone feel bad. Oh, and now guess what? Now I'm dealing with an ugly bitch back, making me feel bad. Oh, great. That is terrible, right? What else can it do with me? So that's my life. Fuck my life. That's why it likes being ignored. See? It's not some horrible, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady torturing her impotent husband who can't say or do shit to make her happy to death. It's just a pretend one. It just does that with people. It's not mine. It just does that with people. And then people have to do that with it. And then you can't do anything else. You can't be nice to people. They can't be nice to you. You can't respect people. They can't respect you. You can't look at people. They can't look at you. When you want to force people to see you look ugly. You can't talk to people. You don't respect each other. Don't want to listen to you. So they just run around, force people to see them look ugly and running away. That is the biggest problem Canadians have. You see? That's why you should try and save polite Canadians. You can look, talk, and feel great, teach kids to discuss serious or fun stuff, you know? As opposed to, if anybody can, that's what you do to them. Oh, look at you over there enjoying your lunch. Fuck that, pretend bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady. Ha ha ha, force you to see me look ugly. make us quiet and uncomfortable and miserable. You see? That's what it does. That's what it does to people. That's what people did to it. That's what it does. That's the biggest problem Canadians have. See? Now, don't get me wrong. It's Canada. There was millions of nice, polite Canadians here. Toronto. Millions. You'd only see one person worked up bothering strangers who couldn't explain why once a year, a couple of times a year. Worked up bothering people. Can't explain why. Really? Toronto, eh? Well, most of you on the fence are chilled out by polite Canadians. People are a little sketchy, but they get on the bus, subway. Hey, sketchy, sketchy. Just look away, ignore it, read your paper. Like, forget it, I'll chill out. Who cares, right? You'd hardly see people worked up bothering people who couldn't explain why. Very rare. It was once a year. Now it's once a second. Because everyone makes everyone put up with and act like them. That's the biggest problem Canadians have. You see? They force you to see them look ugly, and then you have to force them to see you look ugly, and then they just run around forcing strangers to see them look ugly. That's the biggest problem Canadians have. I'm not trying to pick on mentally ill people. I've got great respect for the mentally ill. If I see a polite mentally ill person at a coffee shop, they just can't stop shaking or wiping or scratching. It's cold outside. I'm like, hey, buddy, it's all good. You know, we didn't bother each other. Take some respect from that. And just sit there, get warm, you know? But this particular mentally ill zombie being created wants to force you to see it look ugly until all you can do is force it to see you look ugly, and so it makes more zombies. It's different. Normal mentally ill people don't do that. Normal mentally ill people, they're just sketchy near you, or they might be a little aggro sketchy and come too close to you, but they don't keep trying to force you to see them look ugly until you have to force them to see you look ugly, and you don't like each other, then you run around forcing strangers to see you look ugly. This is not a normal mentally ill person. Normal mentally ill people don't do that. This is hardcore 21st century best-in-class brainwashing. Right? And if you can look, talk, or feel great, if you don't like it, it loves forcing you to see it look ugly until you don't like them. That's why it wanders around and forces strangers to see it look ugly. It wouldn't do that. This used to be a polite Canadian man or woman, whatever the hell it is. It never wandered around and forced people to see it look ugly and running away. But when it does that with people it knows sitting and they don't respect each other, can't really pay attention to each other, look at, talk to each other comfortably, can't trust each other, can't take each other seriously, then it just runs around forcing strangers to see it look ugly. You see? That's the biggest problem Canadians have. This is why men suck, women suck, and kids suck. This is why. The rest of the shit is just stupid. You respect each other, talk about it, fix it, fast. But in this environment, you can't. You can't do anything. Right? If you're like, man, it's getting nice out, finally. It's cold and rainy. I just want to see some nice Canadian. Say, how's it going, eh? Oh, pretty good, eh? Nice weather, isn't it? Sure is. Have a good day, eh? You too, eh? Now guess what happens if you say that? Some lying, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady zombie attacks you. Ah! You want to be nice to people. I love forcing people to be. Ah! See? You could say, man, be nice to be cool with some cool guy, just show and get a little respect. You know? And what happens? Lying, bitchy, sketchy zombie attack you, force you to see me look ugly. Until all you can do with me is force you to see you look ugly. And then we run away from each other and force other people to see us look ugly. Ha ha ha. Right? Or if you're like, man, be nice to see some nice cute girl, walking slow, looking cool, trying to feel hot on a nice day, always picks you up. What happens? Lying, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady zombie, work up, force you to see me look ugly, make you put up with an act like me. Ah! Right? That's what happens. That's how all the other nice people died. I'm still nice. I mean, you know, part big softy, part stone cold killer, but nice, you know, like, you know, you guys have to have self-respect, right? If it doesn't respect you, you can't do anything with it. That's why people just wander around, force people to see them look ugly, you know, make people put up with them, force people to come too close and make them put up with them, because you can't do anything with them. They don't respect you, so you can't do anything. You see? That's why it just goes near people, force people to see it look ugly and runs away. Because what else can you do with it? It doesn't respect you. You try and be nice to it. It'll force you to see it look ugly. So then people just give up and they just run around, force people to see it look ugly. You see? This is the biggest problem Canadians have. This is what they do. They want to force anybody who's nice and smart and happy and confident and attractive, good looking, you know, whatever. They just want to force you to see them look ugly until you do it too. This is the biggest problem Canadians have. Now if you're like, oh, I don't like it, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to do anything about it, fine, this is what happens. I get it, I don't like bothering people about it, I just politely ignore it, forget about it, mind my business. Other people around either get off and be ignored, or they get off on the fact that you're nice and it's safe to be nice to you, and you're nice to each other, you put each other in a great mood. Then if stupid shit happens, you're not a complete wreck, and you can help fix it. People want. That's life. Everybody that we've ever respected has made sure they're cool, other people are cool, and where they live is cool. This is the exact opposite. Lying, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, zombie mess, worked up, put up with me, make everyone quiet and uncomfortable, make everyone put up with and act like that, destroy the whole country, It's the exact opposite. That's why people don't have any self-respect and they don't show or get it. This is what happens. This is what they do to each other. See? You see how they get off on force people who don't like it to see them look ugly till you don't like them? That's why they're running around forcing strangers to see them look ugly. That's all they care about. Now, if they were nice to people and people could be nice to them, then they would care about something else besides force people to see them look ugly till you don't like them. Otherwise, yeah, what else can you do? So it just keeps going. That's it, spending its day. If you're near it, it's going to force you to see it look ugly. And then all you can do is force it to see you look ugly. And then that's all it can do. What else can it do? You see? It also likes being ignored even more. It's like a bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady that's sick of making everyone quiet and uncomfortable and gets off on being ignored or shit on. I got the last couple years on video, a couple million Torontonians, you know, from January 2017, you know, and a lot of people don't like being forced to see people look ugly. They like forcing people to see them look ugly, but they don't like being forced to see people look ugly. That's why it's hard. You see how it runs? It's like, I know you're going to hate this and then you're going to hate me, but I have to get it done. I've got to force people to see me look ugly till they hate me. And then when they hate me and we can't do anything else, that's all I want to do. Right? So it either does that, like a bored, bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady that's bothering everyone till you hate it, or it likes being ignored trying. You see? And that is the biggest problem Canadians have that Canadians should solve. It used to be a nice Canadian, but somebody turned into a zombie, got worked up and forced it to see him look ugly, and then all it could do was force people to see it look ugly, and then now that's all it does. You try, if you go near it, it's going to force you to see it look ugly if you don't like it. And then when you don't like it, you can't look at or talk to it much, it's going to run around forcing strangers to see it look ugly. That's what happens. That's all it cares about. It used to care about being nice to people, make sure it was nice, people were nice to it. It could look at, talk to people comfortably, it could show and get respect. It used to care about that. Now all it cares about is force people to see it look ugly and running away. Or make people force it to see them look ugly. You see? That's the biggest problem Canadians have. You see?
I'm annoyed.
No, it's not my ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend acting stupid in public, embarrassing themselves, making everyone uncomfortable. It just does that near everybody. You know, if your bitchy, sketchy, ball-busting, ugly old lady or wife or girlfriend gets worked up in public, forces you to put up with it, and then makes everyone around uncomfortable, then you should stop it. You fucked up, apologize, get it over with. Did, make it stop, you know. But if it just does that near people till you don't like it, and that's all it can do, well, that's all it can do. See? This is the biggest problem Canadians have. BK Blackridge for manforwars.com here on Tuesday, May 14th, 2019 at Yonge College on the northeast corner, looking southeast generally, or southwest generally, at 5:33 p.m. Now, if people want to help stop this, they can help themselves, they can help me, help them, they can do whatever they want. But if people don't, then they know exactly what's happening. People will act rude and sketchy, and then when they don't like each other, that's all they'll do, because they can't do anything else. That's how polite Canadians are turned into zombies. You see? All they care about is force people to see them look ugly, and then all you can do is force them to see you look ugly back, and then it's hard to do anything else. So that becomes everything. It becomes the only thing people can do. Hey, I'm worked up before you put up with me. Pretend bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady. Or pretend bitchy, sketchy, ugly wife, girlfriend. Ha ha, so funny. I bother people who don't like it till they don't like me. And then when they don't like me and they can't do anything else with me, that's all I do. Ha ha. You see? That's why there's so many running around forcing strangers to see them look ugly. I'm not trying to pick on a poor, random, mentally ill person who just, can't keep it together near people. I'm talking about out of 50 people at that street corner, there's probably 50 people that want to get worked up and force people to see them look ugly. And there's probably 50 people that don't want to be forced to see people look ugly that much. That's why you have to force people to see it. You see? Even this preacher that wants to force people to see it look ugly doesn't want to be forced to see people look ugly that much. It just wants to force people to see it look ugly more than it wants to be forced to see people look ugly. That's why people don't like each other. This is the biggest problem Canadians have. Canadians force people to see them look ugly until you don't like them because they don't like being forced to see people look ugly. You see? This is best in class 21st century brainwashing. And you can't talk about it. Try it. Ask them, hey, why are you bothering me? It'll get a why am I bothering you? How dare you ask me why I'm bothering you? I'm your bitchy, sketchy, ugly old lady, and you're my impotent, tortured to death, can't do or say shit husband. How dare you ask me why I'm bothering you? Why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering other people? How dare you? This is all I do. I bother people till they don't like me, and we can't do anything else. How dare you? Take away the only thing I can do. Bother people till they don't like me, and then that's it. See? So this is the biggest problem Canadians have. When it's just a few and you want to be just polite.